This actually started from me cleaning my room. It believe me, it looks blank, bland. Don't talk about it. I was thinking to myself for the entirety, which was like admittedly 20 minutes. I was watching Bungo Stray Dogs on Verve. No sponsorship, by the way. And I paused it and I was left alone to my thoughts, and I was thinking. It really was no topic. It was just as if somebody that was more wise, more aged than I was talking to me. But it was myself thinking. That sounds like a symptom of insanity, but this is what happens, so I'm not gonna hide it. So I've been wanting to make content, and this is content for me, admittedly. So I'm here to talk to you face to face about not about my issues, but about issues that I've noticed and that I've wanted to address in not only today's society, even if this video gets no circulation, gets no popularity. I just want to be able to say that I put this out there, and that there's more than likely going to be more of things like this coming. Serious conversations. It's just me in my room. I know it looks like my eyes are darting all over the place. It's just me. Everywhere. It's just me. So, to start off, purpose. That's one. People like to say that the purpose in all of our lives is just to, look, it's me in my glasses, is just to, be more than what we're told to be, or what we're said to be. Now, that's the motto that most people live by. That's the motto that most people go by. Personally, I disagree. Purpose in life is not something that you can just decide or that anybody can tell you. It's something accumulated over time, something that you discover within yourself. It's not anything that anybody can tell you to do or that they can give you a guide as to what to do. It's just what you want to do. Whether it's to be somebody that doesn't contribute to, admittedly, the toxic society that we have here in not only America, but just the world, as social media and the internet have taken over and technology has advanced over the course of these years, but as well as just overall the habits that everyone's accumulated over time. Being disrespectful, being vulgar, acting like what you say doesn't have an effect on the people who do want to do something with their lives and want to become exactly what they want to become and know exactly how they're going to go about it, have a plan set in motion, and are aware that even with obstacles, they're going to succeed. Having a purpose also does not mean that you must become, or you must have a purpose in general. Because as everybody knows, there are not only going to be times, but it is going to be a long time before you even begin to think about what exactly it is you desire from this world and from where you are now. And I'm not talking about socially accepted things, I'm talking about anything. Of course, there are rules and regulations that you must follow that are obvious and are just basic human morals. But even putting that aside, it's not something that you feel as though it's something that you need to know right away. As kids, as a child, and y'all know I'm a child. Look at me. I don't look like an adult. I don't even look like a teenager, I'm gonna be honest. I just have that face. We don't know. It's something that people have asked me who've come to me about their own issues. They ask, what are they? Are they good enough? Are they too much of something? Are they too little of something? Have they changed from behaviors that are previous, or have they become worse than what they think they were actually doing? I tell them all the time, I tell them the truth. My point of view from now, whenever people ask me about things, unless I have a bias towards their feelings, is the truth. I'm honest, brutally. I don't like to tell people what they want to hear. And one of these days, that's going to backfire and it's going to hurt me. And that's the thing about being realistic. That's the thing that I want to talk about actually as well. But if so, purpose, as of right now, we're children. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear any of this. There's going to be sections. Just don't expect everything to go your way. And do not expect to be like everyone else or be like others who have a plan laid out for exactly what they want to do and how they're going to go about it. We all face burnout. We all go through things that are going to make us hurt so much. It's going to make you question your own existence and if you're even valuable in this society, if it's safe to live in this society, if it's worth living in this society. And you can't let it get to you. Because I know people who have questioned their lives and who question their lives on a day-to-day basis, not for attention, or even if it is for attention, it's because it's difficult. Nobody wants to go through difficult things. If we could all live our life the easy way, guaranteed, I promise you, almost 99.9% of people will. And that's just because living a life in a way where there's no obstacles, there's nothing to go wrong, it's seen as the easy way out, but why wouldn't you pick it? That means that you get to have exactly what you want, how you want it, and you get to choose how you get it. But regardless, in the end, it's always a win for you. That's not how the world works. We're going to wish that's how the world works as we grow into adults, the people, us teenagers. We're going to hope and pray that this world becomes what we want it to be. And that's just our imaginations. That's us being naive. That's our naivety kicking in. That's not how it is in reality. Hold on, this might be tilted. Click, clack, rat, that. There we go. Okay, moving on. Now, topic number 2. I was talking about purpose. Now, I'm going to talk about trust. Now, the thing about trust is, I know this camera quality is not the best. You get to roast me in the comments. Well, whatever. Trust isn't something that you should just be handing to everyone. And we're taught that you are to trust those who love you, even if they betray you, because they will always have your back. That's not the truth. And pretty sure everybody knows this by now. It's just not the truth. See, trust is something that you're supposed to give to someone when they've proven to you that they deserve it. You can't just trust everyone, or else you're going to be betrayed a lot more than you think you should have been in your life, which is going to make you question your purpose. What I mean by that is that trust is a crucial topic in human existence. It's something that you have to feel within someone in order for you to feel worthy of being here. Because if there's nobody that you can trust, then there's nothing for you here. You can get through life being all alone, but there's going to be other people that get in your way or try to get into your life to help you or to hurt you. And you're going to try and block both things out because you're not going to be able to distinguish which is which. We're told that, yeah, red flags exist, which they do. You have to look out for those and be very careful. And you're allowed to be picky in who you try to trust and who you deserve to trust. And that goes for both relationships, friendships, and family. Because I'm telling you right now from personal experiences, family may love you and care for you, but they will say things and tell you things and imply things to you that may not catch on that quick, but once they hit you hard. Like, extremely. And you're not going to understand why they did it, what was the purpose. You're going to be questioning, if they're your family, then why would they do that to you? Why would they hurt you? Betrayal happens. And no, that's not to say that everything that anyone does that hurts you is betrayal. No, everybody's going to get hurt. You're always going to get hurt. Nobody's going to be able to get through life. Nobody's going to get through their first 5 years of living. In fact, no, nobody's going to be able to get through their first 4 years of living without being hurt. Even those that are sheltered inside and aren't shown anything about the world are going to be hurt by the ones that are supposed to be the closest and the only thing they've got. And it's good. It's good that we're hurt. Because the thing about strength is that when you're hurt, when you're in pain, if you can heal from it, if you can recover, then that means that you've gotten stronger in that area of being hurt. You know how to deal with it in terms of, receiving that same type of injury. Think about it as like the human body. Let's say you get a cut like on your arm, right? You get a cut on your arm, you fell down on the playground or whatever. It's not going to kill you. Our bodies are literally built to not only be able to make a comeback from the injury that we've received, but get stronger due to that same injury. We're going to become tougher, and we're going to be able to regain the things that we've used in order to become stronger, so that we can become even stronger when it happens again. We can't let ourselves be deterred from the simple things that are supposedly the hardships in life, because the hardships really don't come until your teenage years. Let me tell you why. I'm not even an adult yet. I don't have to say my age, but I'm not even an adult yet, right? I'm sitting here, I know nothing. I'm smart enough to say I know nothing. I was not raised a dumb kid, and I'm not dense, not stupid. Yet I choose to be. Why? I want to fit in. It's the same thing that every child goes through. Unless you're clinically, told that you're not able to become something due to something with your body, anybody can be anything. I'm no adult yet, right? As teenagers, we're told to grow up, and yet we're told to be kids. We're told to respect our adults when the adults that we're supposed to respect clearly don't respect us. We're told to be spoken only when spoken to. We're taught not to talk back. We're taught to do as we say when we're told to do it with no say-so, because that's just how it is. We're told to provide. We're told to provide when we're older. We're told to give back when we're older. And we're told to love those who come after us, so that they will do the same thing that they've done for us, that we've done for you. I'm telling you, yes, respect your elders. Yes, love and don't be disrespectful. You have a say-so. In households where you don't have a say-so and you're threatened physically or mentally, and they try to degrade you because they feel as though they're degrading you, guaranteed, because they feel threatened by your presence. Everything that any person creates is going to be greater than them because it's our creation. We can mold it into whatever shape we want, and we can turn it into whatever we want. But once the world hits it, it's gonna hit back. And I promise you, when it hits back, the world's not gonna like it. No, not the world. You're not gonna like it. And this is a personal comment to all of these people that believe that they have the right to take away a person's innocence and remove their, what's a better way to say it? Remove their ability to have a say-so in what they want to say and do in life. Mind my language. F you. I didn't even say the word. F you. You know why? Here's why. If you believe that you have the authority to make someone not only feel as though that they are nothing, but try and give them reasons as to why they're nothing, while they'll never be nothing, and why they'll never be better than you, then that means that you're a load of crap yourself. Because at that point, I don't have a right. Nobody has the right, and nobody owes you anything. This goes to parents that abuse their kids physically and mentally. This goes to pedophiles and sex offenders. You don't have a right, any say-so, and even killers, serial killers. You don't have a right or any say-so in what your child is going to become. What they desire to do is something that you influenced yourself. But what they become is not because of you, but it is their own decision that everybody else gets to influence. And that everybody else is going to influence, whether we like it or not. But regardless, it is a decision that they make for themselves, for their own betterment. Do you understand that the concept of not wanting to live and losing people in life is a lot more? The world is a lot more than just you. You're not the only man or woman on this planet. You're not the only thing on this planet. There's a lot more in this world than it is just you. And I really do hope that you understand that there's the deepest, darkest depths of hell waiting for you when you get there. And they're going to be giving you a lot more than a warm welcome. You know why? Because you thought it was a good idea to tell your kid that they're worth nothing. To tell your kid that they do nothing and that they can't do anything, but yet you force them to do so much. That you threaten your kid to punch them in the face, to knock their teeth out of their mouth, to rip their tongue out of their skull, to do all of these things. You can threaten your kid, and you can scare your kid, and you can implement fear inside of your kid. You can't be a good parent, though. Why is that? You're the one that decided to bust one inside of a female, or to spread your legs and let a dude put his essence inside of you, and you're telling me you still can't get the responsibilities to grow up and be an adult? However years old you are, I've seen teen parents better than you. I guarantee I can meet a teen parent better than you, actually. One that has responsibilities, has priorities, and it's not just because they have a kid, but that's just because of the person that they are. And don't use the excuse that you were this and that and the third as a kid. There are abilities for you to get help. And if you are scarred that much, then you're not allowed to scar that child with the pains that you have either, just because you want somebody else to relate to you. Because again, you're removing their innocence and you're removing their freedom to think. You're literally telling them that they'll be nothing and that they are nothing. And that you're telling them that they are only the things that you say to them. Which is contradictory. Because if they're nothing, then they're technically something. Because that means that you have the audacity to call it out. Because it's kind of like saying, oh, what's your problem? Oh, it's nothing. If it's it implies that something's a thing. You're just saying that it's nothing of importance. You're just saying that it's not important enough to be a topic that needs to be discussed. That's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you how important it was. I asked you what the issue was. And it's the same thing that I'm pretty sure a lot of people in your life have been doing. In fact, let's get on to the third topic, preference. This goes to relationships and friendships and family also. And this also ties into truth / trust and purpose. You do understand that preference can be as specific or as general as possible, right? But regardless of what it is, you're not allowed to judge people of what their preference is. Unless their preference requires an age gap of some sorts, in which case you are a sick bastard. Yes, you are a sick bastard. No, preference can be as simple as I want good sex, to I want a deep, passionate relationship with my partner, somebody who I can love, trust, somebody that buys me Gucci bags and fuck else. All these famous internet brands that everybody may want. It's a lot more than what you're just told. You can prefer anything. In fact, on a daily basis, I'm pretty sure you're asked, what do you prefer to do? What would you prefer to indulge in? What would you want? What is your preference? But you know what preference isn't? Or you know what preference doesn't induce? Preference doesn't allow... No, the concept of preference doesn't mean that you're allowed to judge someone based on their preference. Again, unless it ties with... Actually, no, multiple things. Unless it ties with you forcing yourself onto somebody or you having an age gap of more than 4 years. 2 really should be the limit, but 4, blase. And especially not if you're a grown-ass man trying to get with a child. You're nasty. I'm telling you, I'm a child telling you that to your face. You're nasty, you're disgusting. But moving on. No, see, preference doesn't mean that you're allowed to say, oh, well, the dudes that I prefer black dudes, but every type, or shoot, I prefer black dudes, I prefer white dudes, I prefer black girls, I prefer white girls, blase, blah. Oh, but each type of person that I prefer has broken my heart. Yeah. Everybody has their own experiences when it goes to relationships. That's a no-brainer. That should be obvious. I don't understand why people with brains the size of peas... Oh, well, actually, I would just say why I don't understand it. Because they have brains incredibly small. Their intelligence is lacking. It should be obvious. Yet, people attack other people by saying... You know, this group of people is worthless. This group of people isn't anything. This group of people is unloyal. This group of people is untrustworthy. This group of people is basically the same thing as racism. It is racism, actually. It's you're unjustly saying a group of people is something based on your own personal experiences, or without them. Because of what you went through. You thought it was a good idea to say, because these 3 people that I've dated consecutively have hurt me, that means that everybody else that has some type of involvement with them, whether it's race or shoot, it could be your sign, like whatever they're called, from your birth months. I don't know why my brain is farting. It's 1:36 in the morning. I don't know why I'm recording this. Regardless, it's like, you don't have a say. You don't get to tell me what I am because of what you've gone through. Just because I'm a black man, a Haitian American man, a Haitian American boy, right? It's because I'm a Haitian American boy who has a penis. That doesn't mean that you get to say, "Oh, well, I don't want to date you because everybody." Again, you're allowed to not be comfortable with liking someone because of your past things. And nobody's going to force you to open up. And if somebody forces you to open up, that should be a red flag right there. That should tell you that you got to go. Because if they're forcing it upon you, that means that they don't care for what you have to say because they're going to try regardless. They're now breaking your personal boundary that you set within yourself because of previous encounters with people who couldn't care enough to leave those boundaries as they were. So no. But no, you don't get to tell me that, oh no, I'm not going to date you because it'd be the same old hood. It's like you saying this, that, and the third, that you going to change my life, that you going to be different, you're not like the rest. That's the exact same as the rest. You don't know me. I'm asking to get to know you. You don't know me. You can say, I'm not comfortable with wanting you. I'm not comfortable with liking you. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, all men from this part and this and that and the third are all cheaters, they're all liars, and they're all blase blase. Thank you, actually, for saying that I'm like everybody else. Not only have you achieved nothing in saying that, but you just showed me not to go for you, because that's a red flag also. So no, for all of my African American and Caucasian kings and queens, oh, and everybody in between, please don't let people who say that type of stuff get in your head. And as well as the people who do say that, you should just take a hop, skip, and a jump away from wherever you're standing and get the hell out of Dodge, because trying to get with them is like trying to get with a steel wall. It will not falter. It's pointless. Some people have to be able to open their minds first in order for them to get to trust someone and get to know someone. And personally, from the people that I've dated and the people that I've wanted to date, and even the people that I haven't wanted to date that I thought I did and then I didn't because of my own preference. In each and every one of those scenarios, shoot, I've never been broken up with. Ever. Like, I've never been broken up with. I've been the one that's been breaking up with people. But in each and every aspect, it was my fault. Now, that might just be me saying it, but I really do believe it was my fault as to why those relationships ended. There have been multiple where I've gotten bored. There have been some where issues occurred that just, I couldn't tolerate it, and I ended it. But I'm going to say it's my fault. And I'm going to say I'm the reason to blame in each and every one of my relationships, although I've always been the one to break up with someone. I've definitely been rejected, though. That's, and I'm telling you, people gonna tell you that it hurts. It do hurt, but it don't hurt as much as you think it do. If you haven't been before. If you've never been rejected, I'd say you're one of the lucky people. You're probably the attractive person that a lot of people like to go for. But the one that you're looking for hasn't either showed up yet or hasn't acknowledged you yet. I say that you're the lucky one. Or you just haven't gone for anybody in total. It happens. But no, it's gonna hurt. It is going to be a painful riding experience. And it's not gonna be fun. But luckily, in this day and age where being rejected is shown as the other person not being crap, being this, that, and the third, and being everything under the sun that's negative, don't be that dude, or don't be that chick. Don't be the one that gets rejected and then proceeds to say, well, that's why I like you anyway. No. Be quiet. Because, no. Like, honestly, no. Don't say that. Because you quite literally, the whole reason why you're saying that in the first place is because you didn't get the person that you thought you'd get. And that goes for the same thing that people that get friend zoned and get family zoned. Don't say that the person that you like ain't Jack because you didn't meet their fancy. That's not how that works. You got to cut that short. And no, body shaming is not, and I mean is not. And I'm gonna get up close and personal when I say this. Well, no, I'm not. But like, body shaming is not wanting someone. No, body shaming is not you preferring to not date someone that is in a certain weight class. Don't let anybody tell you that. Please, because I've heard that way too many times on social media, that body positivity is all about you being comfortable where you're at. And yes, it really is about being comfortable where you're at. But it doesn't matter if you're going to be comfortable about for 3 minutes until you have a heart attack. Yeah, I'm going to say it. If you're comfortable with being overweight, that's fine. If you're, don't be obese. Don't be morbidly obese. It's not because people want you to hit society standards, and you can't blame society for you being morbidly obese either, because there are conditions that exist that do make it extremely difficult, but it's never impossible. You've just tried the same things that the people who aren't like you have told you to try and help you. And you say you've done your own research and that it's never worked. You're not digging hard enough. There's always an answer. Some have to do with money. A lot have to do with money, actually. And some have to do with you just sitting down for like, not even an hour, like 15 minutes every day. Do like 20, 30 sit-ups, few push-ups, few squats. Go for a run. Like, no. Because the reason why everybody is encouraging body positivity is because they want to get out of the idea of body shaming. Because people, and I'm not going to say who exactly it is, but there's been a lot of a very specific gender that has been saying body positivity and has been jacking body positivity for the longest. We don't want you to die. That's why we're telling you this. We don't want you to just die. That's why we want you to get on the tracks. Shoot, even the people that are hating on you, they telling you to do the right thing. If you're fat, morbidly obese, they're telling you to do the right thing. They saying, "Hey, yo, bro, you need to get a friggin' treadmill." Yeah, they making fun of you. It's gonna hurt. Thank you for the advice. Shoot, thank you. Let me get my 6-pack. let me get my big booty. Let me get my pectorals. People gonna be wanna look at my chest. Oh my God, you could break diamonds with those. Let me get my lavishing, long, loving legs. My thick thighs that destroy lives. Like, come on. Body positivity shouldn't be about encouraging people to be comfortable where their bodies are. Body positivity should be about getting better or getting to a point where you're not going to die or where you're not shortening your lifespan with every bite of a Big Mac you take. Because once you make it about that, then what's body positivity? Encouraging death. Yeah, it comes regardless, but you want to live as long as you can, right? You want to be able to get through where you are with your friends or just by yourself for yourself. If you're just being about yourself, it really doesn't matter. Because you still got stuff you want to do. Don't lie. I know you do. So, yeah. Last topic before I stop this conversation. Because I don't even know how long I've been recording. I haven't checked. But regardless of how long. Yeah, no, it's been about 34 minutes. I've been talking for 34 minutes. I wasn't supposed to upload tonight. I was supposed to upload something like this, and here I am. I don't know what told me to do it. I did it. Probably because I cleaned my room. I'm in a good mood. I feel like I got my life together. We all have had that feeling before, right? But yeah. So, last topic. This one's about love. Lovey-dovey conversation. I can't find love. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on. That's some good lemonade. Yeah. No. This last one's gonna be about love. Now, as a teenager, as a 15-year-old boy that is not only not in a relationship, but is choosing not to be in a relationship because I want to be about myself at the time, for the time, and I'm just not ready for one. I haven't been in one in years. I don't know what it is. The definition of love, I don't know what it is. It can be described as extreme emotions felt towards another person. But at the same time, the same thing could be said for hate though, right? It's an extreme emotion that you feel towards another person. Or it's an extreme emotion that you feel towards something. It's the same thing with love. It's the same thing. It's an extreme emotion that is felt. When it comes to you loving someone, you will be blinded. Especially when it comes to you having love at first sight, because that's real. That is real. I've never gone through it, but I've seen it. I've seen people look at something or seen people look at someone and it's like a glow forms in their eyes as if they're looking at the thing they've been looking for their entire life. And they didn't even know they was looking for it. That exists. You will be blinded by the things people do because of your attraction to something or someone. And people are going to tell you that. People are going to make fun of you for that. But because of that, do not, and I mean really in my heart, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but do not let that be the trigger for you to stop loving something or someone. Was that a good place to go? Yeah, because I can expand on that. Also, this is entirely uncut, so this is just gonna be me, all of me. Y'all get to see the duct tape things on the wall. I would turn on my LED lights, but that's a lamp over there. That's natural light. I like that, so I'm gonna just leave that be. If you really do love something, don't let it fall. Do not let it slip out of your grasp. Chase after it. Try your hardest to obtain it. Try your hardest to do it. There will be obstacles. There will be trials and errors. And there will be success. That's really all there is to it. There's a beginning and there's an end. The end of the beginning and the beginning of the end. It's kind of methodical in a way. And it's not something that most people would want to enjoy. Because when you love something, love can come as quickly as love can go. And that's what she said. But seriously, love can come as quickly as love can go. And there really is no way for you to tell, because it can happen in one swift motion. You can feel like you're in deep love with someone, and someone can call you a poopy head, and you're just like, I don't love you anymore. And it's gonna hurt, just like the other thing. When I was telling you, you're gonna get rejected and you're gonna get broken up, it's gonna hurt. You can like something a lot to the point where you feel like you love them and you don't. No. Heartbreak is literally going to feel like heartbreak. Your chest is going to be caving in. You're going to have trouble breathing. You're going to have panic attacks. You're going to be sad, depressed even. You're going to be wondering, why did this happen? It was going so well up until this point. What happened? I don't think anybody can tell you. Because it can be an easy response or a hard one. Personally, I take the hard response, because if it's an easy answer as to why somebody fell out of love with me, then that means that there was an easy solution. But nothing for that solution was done, or the second it happened was the second you stopped loving what you did, or you stopped loving that person. Which does happen, but it's going to be hard to distinguish between the two, and because of your extreme emotions, you're more than likely going to say it was the former, aka the first. Because you're going to feel betrayed. You're going to think, and this is in the getting over it process, you're going to be grieving for however long it takes you to grieve, until the process hits where you're starting to think, well, what exactly did happen? You're going to start to think logically. You're going to start to try and understand what went wrong, why it went wrong, what could you have done to make it go better. Then you're also going to start blaming it on the other person or the other thing. You're going to say, no, because this, that, and the third happened. It's not my fault. And sometimes it really is. And sometimes it really isn't. But you're not going to judge it. And you're not going to leave it up to other people to judge, because you're going to be fearful of the actual answer. So you're just going to be tossing around names of things and people until you're satisfied with yourself and you get to move on to the next stage. That's going to be when you're angry. Because once you're done tossing around the names, then you're going to be like, so then why didn't they try this? Why didn't it do that? Why didn't blase, blase, blase? You're going to feel so much confusion until you're just done. This is where the numb stage comes in which, in reality, I don't believe that being numb actually exists. I believe it's just another way for you saying that you're at a point of sadness where sadness is the only thing that you feel. But when people say the word numb normally means being void of everything. And when you use it in that context, it's normally numb of all emotion. But yet you're sad still. So you're not numb, you're just sad. But you're not like cry sad. You're kind of just like, it is what it is sad. Like nonchalant about it. That ain't numb. But you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be like, well, even though this happened, it's done now, right? There's no turning back. There's no going back. I was looking, ironically, at a TikTok yesterday that it was like, say some of your saddest quotes that you can come up with, or no, not saddest, it was say some of your most realistic quotes that you can come up with, or that somebody has said. This is when you're, and this is going to tie into the last stage, the last two stages, wanting to go back and then getting over it. You're going to want to go back. This is going to hit after you've got all the logical thinking done, because then you're going to start to think, oh, well, now that I know what went wrong and now that I know the solution, let's go back and be Mr. Fix-It Felix or Miss Fix-It Felix. Miss Fix-It Felicia. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Honestly, don't do it to yourself. I've gone back to the same person a total of, I don't even know how many times, after I said I didn't like them anymore. I done did it. I wasted my entire middle school to now, to me being a sophomore in high school. I wasted all that time on this person. And just recently got out of something that would have turned into something more. But again, it didn't meet my preference. I didn't prefer it to happen. So it didn't happen. I didn't want it to happen. And I hurt people. I hurt a person. But moving on. I wasted all that time doing absolutely nothing with something I could have been doing absolutely something with. And I just chose not to. Or at least they didn't want to, so I should have just bounced from there. And they done told me they should leave, so it was all my fault. I could have left. I could have gone so fast And even in the getting over it process, I almost made the exact same mistake. I could have made the exact same mistake. Good thing I had learned self-control over the course of those 4 years. Because it could have gone bad from there. And if it went bad, I was going to get hit in the face by a lot of my friends. Like, they was going to attack me. Because of how stupid I was being. Emotionally. Now, this isn't to say that some instances you can. If you really are drawn back to a person, if you really feel like you love a person that much, do it. But what I was saying about the TikTok is that when you give somebody a second chance, what you're doing is that you're essentially giving them another bullet because they missed the first time. It's not worth it. Depending on the severity, of course, there's going to be instances where people react out of anger, make irrational decisions. You can go back. No. If it's something severe, something that hurts you to a point where you feel like you cannot forgive them, or they do something that is just unforgivable, and you try to forgive them and you just can't, don't force yourself to go back. Don't force yourself to feel guilty, and don't think that you're in the wrong for not wanting to go back. It's their fault. Because if they're the ones that were so big and bad to make the decision that they can do as they please and do whatever it is that they want, they can do that all without you. You're worth more. You're worth way more than just being able to sit back and allow yourself to get hurt. Because at that point, that just means that you're nothing. That means that you are quite literally the definition of nothing. Your existence is void, you don't matter. And that you don't care about yourself enough to even try and care. Yeah. A relationship, in my opinion, should be a one and done type thing. If you fail the first time, then that's also the last time. You get one shot. Do not miss your chance. Because if you shoot and you miss, there is no second bullet. Now that I know I'm running, I'm hitting the hay. It's that simple. And don't let anybody peer pressure you into doing something either. I know it's easier said than done. Everything I'm saying is easier said than done. But the fact that it's being said should just be enough for whoever needs to hear this to be able to do it. Because that means that somebody has the voice to say it for you, if you can't think it or say it for yourself. But this is all coming from the words of a 15-year-old. I have no real experience in the world aside from going to school, coming home, or in this coronavirus, waking up, turning on my computer, getting in class, and going back to sleep. Doing my work after all my classes is done, and sitting on the game talking to my friends all day. I know nothing. But I'm saying this. So the fact that I know nothing and I'm able to say stuff like that should be enough for those who are older and more educated than me to say something as well. Do not let the things or the people who want to bring you down. Because once they do, they win. And you may not want to be the winner of a game. You may not even want to come in third place, get the bronze medal. But if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for those who care. Because it's not always going to be about you. Sometimes you got to do things when you lose all motivation for yourself. Say that there's other people waiting for you to do something. They're anticipating your comeback and they're hoping that you make a comeback. They're rooting for you. So if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for them at least. But there has to be a point where you begin to do things for yourself as well. Because nobody wants you living specifically for them. Because once you do that, you'll become attached. And if they leave or when they leave, then what? Everyone else that you've accumulated along the way is nothing. It's dust. snapped away into the void like nothing. Nobody deserves to feel that pain. Not even you. And if you felt that pain, believe me, you would be willing to put that pain on other people without even realizing that that's exactly what you're doing. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No, this was not recorded for a school project. And no, this was not recorded because there's any type of thing sitting in front of me. This is seriously just me being me. Look, see, you got my glow stick built keyboard and controller and mouse pad and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I got a dual monitor setup, guys, and I got a PC. Yay! That's good. That's happiness. See? I get to play games now. I get to record on OBS. That's what I'm doing. Shimmy, shimmy. So, yeah. Look. I love you all. All 81 of my subscribers. Or 82 or 80. One of the three. I cherish you. And I cherish everyone who likes this video and dislikes this video. Thank you for giving me some type of attention regardless of if it's positive or negative. This isn't my normal type of content. I normally post gaming content, but I might do more things like this in the future. I might not. This is kind of a spur in the moment idea. I might wake up in the morning because it's now 2:03 and I may regret this. But it's here. It's here. If you need some motivation, come here. I'm always here to make people laugh. Because I'm not in YouTube for the attention. I'm here for you guys. Alright? Anyways, depending on when you're watching this, have a good night, have a good day. I hope you do good studies or get a pay raise, promotion. Bye-bye now, and see you all soon.